Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. Friends, today in this video we are going to talk about the top 5 mistakes to avoid in TCS NQT interview 2021. So friends, most of the students does these common mistakes during the interview that if you will be able to take care in the interview, during the interview, then trust me, you are going to crack any kind of interview, right? Okay, so let us start with the point 1. So friends, I'm going to talk about 5 points, and in that our first point is never say no in an interview. So friends, for what all questions you have to never say no, that I am going to discuss first. Okay, so friends, in interview the most common questions what interviewer is going to ask you: are you willing to relocate? Friends, they're not sending you Pakistan, Jammu Kashmir or some other countries, right, or some other states. They're just asking you, they're checking how much positive and how much flexible you are. So are you willing to relocate? Your answer should be yes, friends, because the interviewer does not know which project you are going to get assigned and which location you are going to be put in. But definitely this question is a common question because they have to ask these certain questions, okay, to measure how much, as I said, how much flexible you are. Okay, so your answer should be yes. Are you willing to relocate? Yes. So any state, any country, I will relocate myself for the sake of companies. Okay, will you be able to work on weekends? Friends, as I said, so the interviewer does not know anything about which project you are going to put in and right which location. Okay, so they're just trying to check again the same thing. Okay, so you have to tell yes, so I will be able to work on weekends. Okay, can you work under pressure? First of all, nobody knows how much pressure you'll be having in the company or in the project. See, there may be a scenario where the project you like a lot, or maybe the teammates you like a lot, and instead of working for 8 hours you will be working for 9 hours or 10 hours. Or friends, so every company has a specific timing hours, so maybe you can say 1 hour lunch break and 8 hours the work you have to do. So yes, so I can work under pressure, no problem with me, and I have already worked. So you can give some examples. So when I was in college, I had to finish 3 or 4 of the subjects, and I had very less amount of time. In that time I was also going through some courses. So some real example you can give. Yes, so I have already studied under pressure, I have already done these things under pressure, so I do not have any issue working under pressure. Okay, can you spend more than 8 hours on weekdays per day? Okay, so we are talking about the per day. So yes, so I will be definitely work for more than 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Friends, they are not going to make you work for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours. Okay, so the TCS has a very good environment, work environment, so where you have to work in a very professional manner. Okay, and not much pressure will be there. If you really want to grow yourself and want to work more and help the company in turn, then definitely you can go for you can work for more than. But friends, never say no for this kind of questions in the interview. The very simple answer I told you, interviewer has no idea which project you are going to put in, which place. Okay, no anything, not even 0% of idea what is going to happen with you. Okay, so that will be decided later based on your trainings. So based on your trainings and based on your marks. So, and many times randomly also you will be allocated to different kind of BUs, different kind of technologies, and depends upon the work you have to shift your locations or you have to work more. So this is the first point which you have to keep in mind. Then friends, second point is very, very important. Most of the students, they try to do it, and that's how they get rejected in the interview. So do not bluff with interviewer. Friends, the person who is taking your interview, he might not have very good knowledge of your subject, your core subject, right? Or maybe the programming language. Say suppose I am an interviewer, I am very good at C, C++, but I do not have a knowledge of Java. or I know Java, C++, I do not know C. But I know, based on my experience, I know whatever you are going to explain, okay, so you are explaining in the correct way or in what way. So I can at least judge. So I might not know what is pointer, I might not know what is something in C, but from the way you will explain, I will come to know how much knowledgeable you are. Okay, that's called the experience of the interviewer. Okay, so that's called the experience of the interviewer. So you are not going to bluff with them. So if you don't know something, tell I don't know. Suppose the interviewer is asking about, do you know about artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is a new technology, right? Machine learning. Okay, so you tell, yes, I know the definition or the very basic of that, but I do not know deep into that. Okay, or if you don't know anything about that, then you directly tell, I don't know that particular things. Okay, but you don't have to answer for the basic questions. Now, as you know, so TCS is a software company, so definitely the programming language, they will be asking questions on that, polymorphism, abstractions, deadlock, all these questions, operating systems are the common questions. For that questions, you should know, right? You cannot go and tell, no, I don't know about this, sir, I don't know. So right, so that things you cannot tell. But yeah, some new technology or something which is not common and you don't know, then that's not a problem. So you can directly say, sir, I don't know. Okay, now don't put something in resume which you are not aware. Friends, many people I have seen, many students I have seen, so they do not have the knowledge of all these technologies, but they will still put in the resume to make their resume impressive, attractive, or maybe to increase the length of the sentences or word. But if you are not aware of something and if you have put in resume, and if interviewer starts asking the question from that particular things only, suppose you have put AI, so he started asking about AI. Now he started dragging the questions based on that. Now he asked you 5 questions based on that. Now you, for all 5 questions, you are telling I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So it is putting a negative impression on you. So do not put something in resume which you are not aware, right? Or if you have attended some training, or some kind of webinar, so just mention you have attended webinar on all those things. Do not mention that you have a good knowledge or you know the language known or the technology known. You are putting all those things and really you do not have the knowledge of that. You have just attended some kind of webinar. So this is, all those things are going to give you a negative impression. So avoid all such kind of things. And friends, as you know, in the interview, your project plays a very important role. So if you ask me, I will tell, so around 60 to 70% of the questions majorly has been asked from the student from this project point of view. So if project is not done by you, right? See, project is not only done by you. So project will be usually done by 3-4 people or maybe 2-3 people. So it depends, right? So they form a group and in that group you have to do. So the first thing is, what is your role, that you should be clear. So what you have done in that project, so that role should be clear and you should be able to dig deep into the role, right, which you were assigned in that project. And you also have to make sure that you know end-to-end project. Now, so suppose your project is to automate something. Suppose your project is like you have to switch on the fan using a remote controller. Okay, so using remote you have to switch on the fan. Okay, now, so a very simple example I am taking. Now your job was just to make one simple software. Okay, now, so you should know this project is all about making a remote fan. Okay, and where it has been divided in a few parts. Okay, like one person has done the coding, one person has got the hardware things. So you should know what all steps are there. So software, hardware, and how it is implemented. See, other parts like hardware and the other parts, you might have a very basic knowledge, that's well and good, but your part you should have a very deep knowledge, and what is the project is all about, that you should know. And whatever you are good at, that always you should dig more and more. You should answer in such a way that interviewer asks more and more questions from where you are strong. Okay, so see, the interview, you have to answer in a way however you want. So the interview should not happen according to the interviewer. Interview should happen according to you, and that's how I will be always telling. So interview should always happen however you want. Friends, whatever questions you are going to answer, interviewer will be able to find a question from there. So my third point talks about that. So do not leave any half-cooked answer. Okay, so do not leave any half-cooked answer. So friends, whatever has been asked to you, suppose they are asking what is a microprocessor. Now you just explain what is the microprocessor. Okay, you do not start answering the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, you do not start answering about the type of microprocessor. But if you have a good knowledge about microcontroller, if you have a good knowledge of types, then you can go ahead. Because if you tell, so these are the differences between microprocessor and microcontroller, then the next question of interviewer will be from microcontroller. If you tell about the types of microprocessor, then the next questions interviewer will ask from the types. So can you explain the types? So why the two different types are there? Why the three different types are there? What is the difference between types? Why it has been divided in the multiple types? Why we cannot use the first type? Why we cannot use the second type? Now he asked you just what is microprocessor. You could have just told what is microprocessor and where it has been used. Okay, but now you started telling this types and all. That means you are giving a chance to interviewer to ask your questions based on that. So if you are really good at that, then you give a chance to interviewer. If you are not good at that, then whatever has been asked to you, explain that, give one real example, and then wait for the next question. So definitely the next question he is going to ask will be different than what he has asked. What is a pointer? Same, one more examples we have taken here. So what is a pointer? So your answer should be complete. So you complete in such a way that he does not find any questions after you answer. Friends, whatever I am telling, I know it's not that easy, but you have to always think in the mind you are going to answer which you know 100%, and if you know only few percentage, then you should try to complete the answer as soon as possible. You should not tell more about that. Okay, now friend, question number 4. So friends, this is a virtual, this year most of the interviews are virtual interviews. Then now you can ask me, sir, what does it mean dress well and talk with confidence? So friends, dress, like dress well always matters a lot. So either it is a virtual interview or a real face-to-face interview. Friends, what happens? So many times it gives the impression that you are very much kind of arrogant. If I'm wearing a t-shirt and going, if if it is not proper, the whatever the dress has been defined for the interview. So if you are not having that kind of dress, so you are wearing t-shirts or either for boys or girls, so it gives a impression that that guy is very much arrogant. But if you have dressed well, okay, maybe like very much formals for the interviews, then they will think, okay, this guy is very much serious and he has really come in the formals. Maybe only the half of the portion will be visible, but still that will, at least that will tell this guy is not arrogant. Okay, now friends, talk with confidence. So this is a very good parameter, friends, to identify and identify that we have to select or reject this student. Many of times, friends, I get a message or a call from the students and they say, sir, I knew everything, but somehow I could not able to answer, or I forgot, or I was in so much of tension that I couldn't answer. This happens. It's not only with you, with me also, with everyone, friends, with even the interviewer, those who is taking interview for you. If even he has to give an interview to someone, then he will also feel the same situation. But friends, why we should do like that? See, TCS is not only one company who is going to hire you, right? See, because of tension or because of this, we are getting nervous, we are spoiling our interview. Even though you are a good candidate, you have all the knowledge, but you are afraid of doing things, right? That is what is spoiling your interview. So friends, you should always think that, okay, so TCS is not only the company, and they are not going to kill you if you give wrong answer. Friends, what is there in that? Fine, if some answer is wrong, if something you don't know, nothing is going to happen. Whatever you know, speak out. Okay, be very much frank with the interviewer. Okay, very much frank in the sense, so however you could explain in a better way, you please do that. Okay, and look into the interviewer eyes and answer. Friends, if that you are able to do, then you are gaining the confidence. Okay, you are getting the confidence. But if you look here and there, sometimes you look on the camera, sometimes you look on the interviewer, sometimes you look here, left, right, then friends, that shows lack of confidence. Okay, and this confidence is very, very important, friends. If you have a lack of confidence, then trust me, you are going to lose the exam, lose the interview, even though if you have very good knowledge. But if you have lack of confidence, if you cannot see in eyes and talk, okay, then you have no confidence, right? So that you have to be very, very careful. Okay, just talk to the interviewer. He is also a human being. He is not a robot, or he is not a person who will kill you. Okay, he is not animal, so he is also a human being. He understand the situation. So today, or whatever situation you are in, he was also in the same situation few years ago. So friends, do not think that he understand you. So you have to talk to him. Whatever you know, answer with confidence. If you don't know something, that also you tell with confidence that I don't know. Okay, now do not look here and there. You should not be arrogant. You should be very much soft spoken. And friends, last and the very important point is smile throughout the interview. It's free, friends. So if your HR is a female and you are a male, or if your HR or technical round interviewer is a male and you are a female, it's not like that you are going to attract or you are going to impress them. See, smiling will bring confidence in you. It will make the interview more interactive and it will relax yourself. Friends, that is the reason everywhere it has been told laughter is a biggest therapy. Okay, so for all the stress, for all the disease, right? So laughter is a biggest therapy. Okay, so friends, you just have to smile. Okay, smile means you just have to keep a smile on your face. It is going to bring confidence in you. Okay, it is going to make the interview more interactive and it will help you to relax yourself. So you will not have any kind of tension, you will not have any kind of you will not be nervous. Okay, and definitely in that case your interview will be 10 times better than when you will not have a smile on your face. So friends, it's totally free, utilize it. Okay, and friends, keep all these 5 points in your mind. That is definitely going to help you a lot. And friends, now, so these are the few things which I have covered. So friends, all these 5 points you have to keep in mind. And friends, now these are the 5 mistakes you have to avoid, but from where to prepare. So friends, for that we have released a PDF materials, so you can go to our website, the link will be given in the description as well, and PDF material you have to select, and then you can see comprehensive interview material for TCS NQT 2021 for all stream student. Okay, you can see we have the basic programming question, interview experience, HR experiences. Okay, so these interview experiences are very, very important. So 16 pages we have included almost 10 to 15 interview experience. Then mechanical engineering question, electrical engineering question, operating system questions, tips and strategies, coding questions, DBMS and RDBMS questions and answer, and OSI model, SDLC, TCP, IP. So these are the important things which we have covered, and the total number of pages is 77 plus. So friends, do not wait, get the material today, prepare well for your examination, and I know you will be definitely you are definitely going to get selected in the examination. So thanks a lot and all the very best for your TCS interview.